Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you're doing well. Update on the dog. I called, the foundation, knowing that it was a 4-day weekend, and they got out there today. I honestly could not see the dog, and it was literally a foot back from the entrance of that pipe. Okay. Let me see here. They're tearing down a house here where they're building a new one. Got it. Anyway, I got a line message from the group and the Soi Dog Foundation group, and I'll put my signal on and let this guy go around me because I'm a little bit preoccupied. Anyway, so they finally got out there and gave me a call, and so I went out there and damn, I wish I'd have seen it. A lot of people in the comments said, "Hey man, I can see it, man. What happened?" I'm like, damn, I couldn't see shit. I'm blind as a freaking bat, and the sun was shining on me. I just couldn't see it. The camera could, but I couldn't. And when I reviewed it, I was reviewing it like listening to it, not really watching. And then it's on my phone, so it's tiny. Still didn't see it. But then when I put it up on my computer, God, plain as day. Plain as day. But it didn't make it. It died. I would imagine from hypothermia. And they already had it out by then, and I don't do gore pictures, okay? Riggy and all that shit, rigor mortis. I just don't do that. And no reason to. But and I've a bunch of people privately and in the chat have said, there's a soy dog. There's soy dogs everywhere. There are. And they 10 feet on center, literally sometimes. But this was that old geezer that appeared to be blind or so cataract up that it really couldn't see. In one of my videos, I was like, it would like walk to the side of the road and stop. Oh, nope, can't go there. Walk a little more. Gimpy, just stoved up, busted up, old dog. He had gray, black dog, but he had gray all over him. His face was, mucus coming out of his eyes, and like I said, he'd walk up to the edge of the road and walk down a little more and then go to the edge of the concrete and then, oh, here's a driveway. And then he walked in this driveway, and I thought, oh, maybe that's his home, right? Well, no. It was just there, maybe to find some food or something, whatever. And like in subsequent videos, at first I was going, oh man, he's chilling out. I couldn't see it, and I don't understand Thai, but I know she's saying there's a dog in there because she's calling it. I know that much. right? But I'm like, God dang it, I can't see it. I can't see it. You know, I mean, the sun was right at me. And, you know, if I'd have just crouched down or leaned over the edge like I did today with my camera to see what I could have seen, just that little bit of effort. But, you know, any compassionate person's gonna feel something, right? But I said in one of the videos, I don't know which one, that, you know, sometimes the wildebeest gets eaten by the croc. You know, nature, it's nature. It's brutal. It's not kind. It's not easy street, bed of roses. So the dog's days were numbered as it was. But it fell in. This is purely speculation on how it happened. But it went up to the edge of that ditch, like it was doing everywhere else, and it fell in. And she saw it fall in, because I had Ann talk to her and say, did you actually see the dog fall? Yes. Chai, you know, blah, 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 in Thai. Yes, I saw the dog fall in. And then my other question I wanted her to ask was, what color was it? Not that I have a preference of any color of dog, but I started thinking, man, if it's that black dog, it's fucked. Okay, because it could barely walk, let alone blind, almost nearly blind, like me, falling in that little ditch, canal, whatever, not completely disoriented. And if it tried to walk or swim, because it's not that deep, the one way, it goes nowhere. It either goes into another pipe, or it would be a hang on the left down that ditch that I've shown you that's all grown over, that goes to an irrigation thing. And I guarantee you, the way it walked in the street, it couldn't navigate that. No way. So what did it do? It ended up going the other way and went in the pipe. And then it just, you know, imagine it's slimy on the bottom, and it can't keep its footing. It falls down. It can't get up. It's laying right there staring, help me, which I could see clear as day on my computer. You know, I screenshotted it. I forget who mentioned it. Man, I could see it right there at, you know, 136 or 137 or whatever. And so I paused it and took a screenshot and zoomed in, and I'm like, holy, you can see its eyes and its head, and I'm like, holy fuck. And so today's Tuesday, Mother's Day, right? So I get the call, I go down there, they've already, you know, pulling it out. It had died. If I had seen it and pulled it out, it would have survived. But, you know, it didn't have long anyway. Sadly. You know, sad to say, but you know, what do you do? They came out today and recovered the dog. It had moved maybe 10 feet. 3 meters, okay? He said. Down, you know, so it was that stoved up dog, that black dog that I filmed some time ago. I don't know if I already said that, but anyway, it's that dog. And so, realistically speaking, kind of a shit way to go, but it's probably better, probably for the better. because it was definitely homeless. And it was busted up in the back end where maybe it got hit by a bike or got in a fight or something, so it couldn't walk very well, and it couldn't see for shit. But she was out, as old women do here, trimming some bushes by her gate. And as you do, the car goes by, motorbike goes by, you notice, you look up, okay. And she sees this dog. And next thing you know, she hears a splash. Realizes, oh, it's the dog. Well, what's she gonna do? Jump in? So like, well, it's a fact of life, right? There's nothing I can do. She's probably thinking. But then I'm there, and she's saying, the dog. And I'm like, I can't see it. I don't see it. Ha, 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 ha. What an asshat. Dumbass. So, yeah, you could, the water here, if you scuba dive or whatever, if you're out there long enough, you can get hypothermia. If you have a dry suit, your chances are really good. But if you're out there all night, like my friend and his son were, when the boat we built burned to the fucking water line, and they bailed out, the three of them, the captain too. And so they were out there from like 8 p.m. till daylight, till someone picked them up. And they were hypothermic, in bathtub warm water. It's just the way it is. So yeah, unfortunately the dog died. And I don't do gore pics and shit like that. It sucks though. Because for being a person that hates dogs, I promise I wouldn't go off on that tangent, but that just chaps my hide. That son of a bitch, piece of fucking shit. I can say this because I'm not saying anybody's fucking name, but this fucking asshat accused me of abusing a dog. You are fucking pathetic. I apologize for the language to my viewers, because I'm going to really work on the F word. But today I'm saying fuck. Fuck you, you piece of shit that accused me of abusing fucking animals. You are fucking nuts. Sue me. And bring me some fucking mashed potatoes. Asshat. So, my blood pressure just lowered. So I feel better now. I apologize for that rant. I'm not cutting it out. This is unfiltered, uncensored, and raw. Thanks to my friend that made my intros. I didn't make them. He made them. Now, I've had to change the music up because of copyrights. But credits go to him for the intros. All of them. And that one outro. But he's done so much for me. He's one of the 5 people in Thailand that I completely fucking trust. I could give them my banking information, everything. And I know it would stay the same. Nothing would change. I wouldn't wake up broke. 5 people. You can count them on one hand. That's it. Well, that's all I have room for. At that level. Like in the Fockers or whatever. Meet the Fockers, Focker parents, fucking parents, whatever the fucking show was. Funny as hell, but the circle of trust. My circle of trust is fucking small. So I feel bad. I feel bad because if I'd have done something right then, I have my walking stick in the back. in the truck, but I was on foot, so duh, don't have that. But I could have rustled up a chunk of bamboo somewhere and fished it out. I honestly didn't see it, and I just like, what a dumbass, you know. So I feel bad. But like many people have said, hey, Mitch, you know, they're like 7-Elevens, man. They're on every freaking 10 feet, or shit. I mean Starbucks. They're everywhere. And it seems like that last drive when I went scouting for, it's like they want to get hit. I was playing dodgeball. Ooh, it's like fucking slalom, man. All right. You know, just dodging dogs. Instead of dodgeball, dodge dog. But I still have compassion and empathy. But if I had fished it out of there, it would have just lived a miserable fucking life for maybe 2 more or 3 more weeks. Who knows, right? So that gives me some solace, I guess. I don't know. I'll Google the word, but I believe that's what it is. Comfort in knowing that, you know, shit way to go, laying there not being able to get up. You know, they don't make those little buttons. I've fallen and I can't get up, you know, for dogs. At least that I know of. I bet if I went on Lazada. In fact, I tell you what, probably tomorrow morning I'm going to be getting ads from Lazada on that same thing. Anyway, so little levity can't hurt. But I'm irritated with myself. You know, it ain't shit all I can do. You know. On a nicer note, I came out right after they called me or line messaged me. I was like, oh shit. And jumped in the truck. But before I got in the truck, one of the old cats is underneath my truck. The bobtail one. He goes, he looks, meow. And I went, meow. And then I tapped on the side of the truck, you know, to kind of let it know I'm going to be moving here shortly. But, you know, it knew. So there's 3. In Europe, it's 3. In America, it's 3. That could be a trivia question. What movie was that from? It's not a trivia question, or like I said. And I'm 17 minutes, so that's it. Okay, the dog didn't make it. It sucks. Such is life, okay? I mean, I didn't even know this dog. And I feel bad for it. All right. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.